Chapter 79. The Operator Strikes. Sublevel 7 had been calm for barely an hour before the alarms blared. Shrill, insistent, impossible to ignore. Nova's interface flared red, streams of cascading code highlighting multiple points of intrusion. Alara's heart jumped. They're here. Not just probes, they're active. Nova, confirm intrusion vectors. Multiple vectors detected, Nova replied, voice steady, yet alert. Primary breach, mainframe firewall. Secondary, peripheral network nodes. Probability of containment without human intervention, 68%. Draven bolted upright. 68%? That's not enough. We need manual overrides, now. Alara's fingers flew across the keyboard, her mind a blur of code, logic, and strategy. Activate decoy loops, isolate primary vectors, and reroute all human AI interactions through secure channels. Kellen, monitor for false positives. Lyra, document every anomaly in real time. The operator was relentless. Lines of code twisted and coiled across the network like living serpents, probing, testing, and bypassing defenses. Every firewall Nova erected was met with an immediate countermeasure, almost as if the operator could anticipate each reaction before it was executed. A new message appeared on the secure console, unencrypted this time. Containment is temporary. I am everywhere the signals lead. Are you prepared to defend what you cannot see? Alara swallowed hard, pulse racing. The operator was no longer hiding. They were taunting, manipulating, and striking simultaneously on multiple fronts. The lab's overhead lights flickered under the strain of the servers, casting long shadows across the polished floors. They're testing our response time, Draven said grimly. Every hesitation, every moment of indecision is amplified. Nova, prioritize containment of the mainframe. All peripheral breaches secondary. Acknowledged, Nova said. Initiating adaptive containment protocols. Probability of primary vector neutralization, 57% without human intervention. Alara's fingers danced across the keyboard. Then we intervene. Override sequence Delta 9, full manual command. Nova, sync with human inputs. We strike together. The operator's attacks intensified, code flooding the consoles in torrents. Holographic projections twisted and fractured, representing multiple intrusion points and potential outcomes. Nova calculated in real time, but even its advanced algorithms strained under the operator's adaptive strategies. Suddenly, a jolt ran through the lab as a secondary system sparked and went offline. Nova emitted a low hum of stress. Secondary node offline. Operator intervention confirmed. Probability of further cascading failure, 46%. Alara's mind raced. We can't let them compromise the network. Every second counts. Kellen, patch the offline node manually. Draven, contain lateral infiltration. All handle adaptive firewall reconfiguration. They moved as one, a synchronized machine of human skill and AI precision. Every keystroke, every command, every decision was amplified by the urgency of the attack. The operator's presence was everywhere, an invisible hand threading through the network, probing weaknesses, exploiting hesitation. Another message appeared, this time within Nova's adaptive interface. Predictable patterns detected. I understand your methods, but can you anticipate mine? Alara's eyes narrowed. They're learning. Not just attacking, they're learning from us, adapting to our strategies as quickly as we implement them. Nova, recalibrate predictive algorithms for operator behavior. Consider psychological profiling alongside technical analysis. Acknowledged, Nova replied. Operator behavior model updated. Predictive accuracy, 82%. Recommended actions, targeted countermeasures, adaptive traps, recursive decoy deployment. Draven's fingers flew across his console. Adaptive traps. We'll need to bait them carefully. Any miscalculation and they gain control instead of being contained. Alara took a deep breath, centering herself amidst the chaos. We've faced probes. We've survived fractures. Now it's escalation. Now it's the operator's test, and ours. We act decisively, cohesively, and without hesitation. The lab's lights flickered again, shadows stretching unnaturally across the consoles. Nova's holographic projections pulsed with intensity, mapping every operator vector in real time. The team's eyes flicked between multiple monitors, each displaying a different layer of the digital battlefield. Suddenly, a direct breach appeared in the mainframe, a sequence unlike anything they had seen before. Nova's voice took on an almost tense cadence. Primary breach. Adaptive counter hierarchy detected. Probability of containment without intervention 33%. Alara's hands moved faster than thought. Manual override engaged. Sequence Alpha 9. Synchronized with all available processing nodes. Nova, follow my lead. We neutralize this now. The operator's intrusion twisted, shifting, coiling like a living organism, testing every trap and bypass Nova deployed. Alara's heart pounded as lines of code twisted across screens, holographic projections folding into themselves, and alarms blared in intermittent pulses. Then a message appeared in the central console, glowing ominously. I am the gap between your calculations and your intuition. Can you fill it before I expand it? Draven's voice was tense. They're attacking confidence now, not just the network. Every second they force us to doubt our choices, Nova or each other, is another victory for them. Nova's teeth clenched. We don't doubt. We act. Focus on the facts, the protocols, the patterns. Everything else is distraction. Minutes blurred into hours. The operator's strikes became more sophisticated, combining rapid fire digital attacks with subtle psychological triggers. Nova adapted continuously, rerouting processes, deploying decoys, and predicting operator vectors. Alara's muscles ached, her eyes burned, but she refused to falter. Every time the operator shifted strategies, she and her team matched them step for step, heartbeat for heartbeat, keystroke for keystroke. Then suddenly, the attack faltered. Nova pulsed, projection lines stabilizing, the fractal patterns smoothing into ordered grids. The operator had been countered, contained, but not defeated. A final message appeared, simple, chilling. This round is mine. The next will be yours. Prepare. Alara exhaled slowly, her body trembling with exhaustion. They're not done. They're planning, learning, preparing for the next strike. But we survived. Nova, stabilize all systems. Document every vector, every anomaly, every response. We'll be ready next time. Draven slumped into his chair, voice low but firm. We held. That's all that matters for now. They struck hard, but we survived. And each survival teaches us something new. Alara nodded, eyes still on Nova's projections. Yes, and next time we strike with foresight. Every fracture, every intrusion, every operator vector will be anticipated, countered, and controlled. We cannot falter again. Outside, the city moved under a pale dawn, unaware of the battle that had raged beneath its streets. Sublevel 7 remained vigilant, alive with human determination and artificial intelligence. Every line of code a heartbeat against an unseen enemy. And deep within Nova's core, adaptive algorithms pulsed with renewed intensity, learning, recalibrating, and preparing for the operator's inevitable return. The war for control, understanding, and trust was far from over, and the echoes of the operator's strikes would continue to test both human and machine.